Hi, welcome to Firefly Yoga with me, Maria. So today we are going to be strengthening our abs and bringing some strength into our arms. So come over to the mat. We're going to start at the top end and we'll just have a gentle warm up before we start. So our core is always going to help us from getting back pain. If our abdominals are lovely and strong, then this will help our backs. So let's begin by standing at the top end of the mat. We're just going to come into this lovely mountain pose, taking in a nice deep breath and exhaling. Again, taking a nice deep breath. And exhale. This time we're going to inhale, bringing the arms above the head as we exhale. Swan dive down, taking a deep bend in the knees, bringing back the right leg, knees down, toes down. If you can get your hands onto the mat, lovely, otherwise come up onto your fingertips. Just hold it here and we're going to come back into our plank. We need a nice strong plank. So engage in the abs, keeping a nice strong back. Make sure that your back is not sagging down. You can do the plank on your knees. So come onto the knees now and then we're going to come chin and chest all the way down. Let's come up into baby cobra, exhale back down, tuck the toes and we'll come back into our down facing dog. So just take some time here, see how the body is feeling this morning. You might like to come up onto your toes. You can also walk the dog here. So we're just bringing some lovely stretching into our calf muscle, into our feet. You might like to come down onto the knees and just fold back into child's pose. Hold it here, stretching through the back. Try and work your bottom onto your heels. If you're struggling to do this, you can hold onto your heels, bringing your forehead to the mat. Bringing the arms back out, let's come back up into our down facing dog. And then we're going to come into our plank again. And then coming back into down facing dog. Let's do that again, come into plank, engaging the abs, back up into down facing dog. And then very gently just bring the right leg through. We've got the left knee down. Hold it here. Again, you might like to be up on your fingertips. You can come down onto the palms of your hands. Tuck in the toe. Bringing the left leg through. Let's just very gently hang down. You can take your hands and hold on to your upper arm. Just hang down here. I've got a nice bend in the knee. I can feel a lovely stretch in my back. And then I'm going to come all the way up. Bringing my hands back down into the heart center. So start on the left side now. So toes are touching. Engaging the thighs. When the muscles are tight in the thighs, this is going to pull up the knees, protecting your knees. So hands to the side, there's inhale, bringing the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down, bringing the left leg back this time, knees down, toes down. So hands on the mat or up on your fingertips. You can feel a lovely stretch in the hips here. Tuck the toe, come back into your plank. Nice, strong plank. Take the knees down. We're coming down, chin and chest. Let's come up into a full cobra this time. exhale back down, tucking the toes, using the arms to push you back into your down facing dog. Take a nice deep breath here. And again, let's walk the dog to just get some movement. And then maybe take the knees back down. This time bring your arms out in front. So we're coming into that happy puppy pose. So your bottom's up nice and high. You're stretching out your arms. A lovely stretch underneath the arms here. Breathe into the posture. And then come back up into your down facing dog. And then we're going to come into that plank, back into the down facing dog, back into that plank. And then we're going to come up onto the toes, back down. Oh, lots of clicking and banging this morning from me. And then if you need to, help the left leg through. Come onto your right knee. And again, just hold it here. You can be in your fingertips. So we're feeling that stretch now in the left hip. Tuck in the toes, bringing your feet together. Again, just hang down. And this time, maybe just take a little rock from side to side. And then in your own time, let's just walk the hands all the way up. Back into our mountain pose. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to start by doing some core work. So we're going to come to the top end of the mat, toes are touching. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, down we come, right leg back, left leg back, we're into our plank. So the hands are under the shoulders. Try not to hyperextend the elbows or the knees, so you're not locking them out. They're a little bit soft. I know that's hard to do when you're in this position, but just try and keep them as soft as possible. So from here, what we're going to do is we are going to take the right knee down and lift up. The left knee down and lift up. And again, right, left. All the time you are engaging your abs, so they're never soft. And you're making sure that your back, you're in like a ski slope shape. So you've got a nice long back. Your head is not arching back. Equally, your head's not dropping right down. So you need a nice ski slope from the tip of your head all the way down to your ankles. Okay, come back up into plank. Hold it here. And then bring the knees back and down. Touch the toes, open your knees a little bit, and then just stretch back. And you can work your hands back. That's going to help your bottom push back onto your heels. And then we're going to come back up, bring the knees back in. Coming back up into that plank, like so. And now we are going to take the right arm down and the left arm. Coming back up and then back down. So when you're doing this, try to make sure that your hips aren't moving too much. It's quite difficult to do this because your hips want to rock and rotate as you're going down. So really use your arm strength here. And I know it's tricky, but like I say, try not to lock out the elbows too much. I can't tell you enough that we need to be very careful with our elbows and our knees. So let's do the other side now. So come down and up. So we're doing the left side. Down and up. Remember to breathe. Okay. There we go. Hold it here. Engage in the abs and then bring your knees down. Toes are touching. Push back. Walk the hands back so your bottom sits on the heels. Hold it here. Nice deep breath in and out. And then we're going to come back up. Let's just stretch out the shoulders. So take your hands behind, interlace your fingers like so. And then just open up the chest and feel that on the shoulders. That's nice. And then we'll just take the right arm across the body. So you're looking over your right shoulder. And then change sides. Lovely. Okay, let's come back into our plank. Okay, so we're here. And now this time, I want you to bring your right knee in toward the center, so in between your hands. So you come up, as you come through, you roll the body, so you're kind of arching your back, and your knee is trying to touch your nose. Keep going, engaging the abs, really curl up. And knees down, come back again, just take some time, nice long deep breath in and out. And then we're going to come up, we're staying on our knees. Our knees are hip distance apart. And this time we're going to come down, chin and chest, and back up again. Okay, chin and chest, and back up. Chin and chest. So you're really working the backs of your arms here. You're strengthening your triceps. So always make sure you've got a nice sturdy base. You come down and you come up, making sure, let me show you, always making sure that your elbows are glued into the side of your body, okay? So they're here. You don't want your elbows to be shooting out this way, okay? So you're here, you come down, and you come up. So let's do another 3 of these. So we come down and up. We come down and up. One more. Come down and up. And then let's come back. Sitting on our heels. Let's bring the right arm up and down our back. So we're stretching out the triceps here. And then change sides. Lovely job. Okay, so let's just give our wrists a little twist, and then we'll go back the other way. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, so now let's come back into our plank. And now this time, what we're going to do is I want you to take your right hand into the center of the mat and then twist to the side so you're here. And just hold it here. So you're looking up to your left hand. And now imagine just dropping this hip down and then you push back up. So it's a small move. You drop the hip down, you lift back up. Make sure that you've got your hand underneath your shoulder. So you go down and you go up. Down and up. Let's come back round to the center. Okay, now I'm going to be turning away from you now. So we need to take the left hand into the center. We're coming over to the left hand side. And then you're going down and up. So we're dropping this hip down, and as we're lifting up, we're using our sides, we're using our arms, engaging the abs, lift up. One more time. And then we'll come back to the center. Just hold it here for a second if you can. If this is becoming too much, then of course just come onto your knees. Always hold it here. And then come back into our child's pose. And then come all the way up. So I hope you felt that in your obliques, in the sides of your body. Okay? It does feel really nice. So we're going to try to do another posture for our obliques. So come on to all fours again and then come up into your plank. And then we're going to come over to the right. So right hand in the center, coming over here. Now, if you're getting a little weak now, you're very welcome to drop your knee and stay here like this. Okay, this is a lovely posture. You can still feel it. If you're pulling up from your side of your body, you're still using your obliques. So you hold it here, otherwise you come here. And this time, what we're going to do is we are going to turn from side to side. So we're going to drop the hand down and change sides. So nice and slow, take your time. Okay, so pulling up from the side of the body, let's swap and change again. Take your time. Okay, so the more you pull up, the more you're going to feel this in your obliques. Let's change. Okay, so of course if you're on your knee, you'll be here. And then when you change, come up, taking that knee down, and you're here. And then let's come back to the center. Again, come down into our child's pose. Now this time, let's take our hands to the back of the room, taking our palms to face up. So forehead to the mat, palms facing up. And just give your hands a little squeeze. It's a lot of pressure on your hands when you do that. So let's just release the hands, wiggle them around. And then let's come up and rotate our wrists. Okay, so however that feels good, just move them around, circle them around. And then perhaps just the stretch by holding on to your fingers. And then we'll just rub our hands on our legs. Rub our hands together, so we're bringing some energy back into our hands, back into our wrists. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to come back into our arms. So back on our knees. We're going to do another 5. So the hands are under the shoulders, engage the abs. Inhale. Exhale, come down and up. It's 2. It's 3. 4. Be careful that the elbows aren't going out to the side. And then we're just going to come up onto all 4s. Bringing the right arm through. And just stretch off here. A nice little twist in the lower back. I can feel a nice stretch underneath my arm. Stretching out my shoulder. And let's go the other way. Coming back, and then we'll just take the right arm down the back, and then do the left hand side. Lovely. And we're going to come back into our plank position. Same thing, guys, so right hand into the centre, turn to the side. This time bring the knee down. Everyone bring the knee down. Okay, and what we're going to do is I want you to lift your leg, and then we're going to bring the knee in, arm in. So the arm comes up above the head, pull in, stretch out, pull in, stretch out. And then let's change sides. So I'm going to be turning away from you this time. So first of all, let's come up, and then we're bringing the knee down. So the top leg is going to come in, and then you're stretching the arm above your head. Bring the knee in, stretch the arm, stretch the leg. Lovely, fantastic. So let's just come up onto our legs this time, and we're going to take the right arm up, and let's stretch up and over to the right hand side. So we're getting lovely stretch in the side of the body. Inhale, exhale, coming over to the left hand side. To the center. Let's interlace the fingers, taking the hands down, opening up the chest. And then we'll take the right arm up and over. And change sides, bringing the left hand down the back. And then we're going to sit back on our heels. Bring the legs out in front. And we're going to just roll ourselves down and rock up. Roll ourselves down and rock up. Roll down This time, stretch the right leg out, leave the left leg bent. And then come back and up. Go all the way back, all the way up. Go back. This time, stretch out the left, right is slightly bent. Roll back and up. Roll back. This time we're going to stretch out both legs and the arms, okay? So we hold it here. And let's count for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring in the knees. And then let's just rock from side to side. So either grab hold of your shins or behind the hamstrings. And just roll and rock around here. And then we'll just take our feet to the floor, lifting up through the back. And we just want to find a comfortable spot here, so we're not overdoing it. We're just lifting up. We can feel a nice stretch. And we're just breathing into it. Fantastic. And then just grab your legs and just come up. I just need to come back a little bit on my mat. So now your feet are hip distance apart. Your hands are pointing towards your feet. Okay, roll your shoulder blades back and down and then just lift up so you can feel your arms and shoulders stretching here. Your arms are working. If it feels good for you, take your head back. If you've got neck problems, then I would hold the head up here. Of course, if you're feeling any pain, then just come off of the posture. So we're holding it here. And then from here, if you can, stretch out your legs and come up. And release back down. Bring up the feet. We're just going to roll over and just hold it here. And we just drop the knees to the right hand side. Bringing up the right arm and stretching over to the left toes. And then change sides. So we bring the feet back up, feet hip distance apart. Take the knees to the left hand side. Left arm comes up. Hold on your right hand to your right toe. Stretch over. So you're stretching over to the right hand side. And then we're just going to cross our legs. And we'll just give ourselves a nice big hug. Bringing the head down. And then bring the hands to the knees. We take the head to the right hand side. And then up and over, change sides. Just take the head down. And then the head back. And then just circle the head. It doesn't matter which way you're circling. Circle it round. And then just go back the other way. And then come back to the centre. Just take a few moments with your eyes closed. Taking a nice few deep breaths. And then bring your hands together. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. Just touch your forehead here, and then bring your hands into your heart center. Namaste. So guys, thank you for joining me today for toning our abs and our arms. Please, if you're liking my videos, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you on the mat very soon. Take care.